Good morning. I haven't done a live in a long time. Today, my hair needs some work. Today we are going to discuss my favorite things to give to the fitness freak or adventurer in your life. And I do this every year. Some of these are repeats. Some of them are new. They're just some of my favorite things. So we are going to go through maybe some lifestyle things and then definitely some fitness and adventure things. So if you have a chance to just sit for a minute, grab your coffee or whatever you're drinking, and let's check them out, okay? Lifestyle. So first we're going to do lifestyle. If you have a reader in your life, this book, Running with Sherman, it's probably backwards on your screen. Running with Sherman by Christopher McDougall is one of my favorite books. It is the same author who wrote Born to Run, if you know that book about the Tarahumara Indians down in South America. So he wrote this book. I've given it to multiple people. It was actually a gift from a client, and I have since gifted it to many people. It is a story of Christopher moving to Amish country up in the Northeast and with his wife, and he rescued this donkey named Sherman, and he decided to turn Sherman into a burro racer. And if you don't know anything about the sport of burro racing, it is crazy, and it involves running usually ultra marathon distances, but you have to do it with your burro. You don't get to ride it, you have to run with him alongside you, and you have to finish together. And it's a great, heartwarming, and funny story about burro racing and their journey. So Running with Sherman for all your readers, number one. Number two, I suck at houseplants. I have one houseplant. I've killed all the other houseplants. But I really have this dream that I would like to be a houseplant person. And so my mom got me these cards, the houseplant care cards. I love them. They have all the typical houseplants with pictures and their names. And then on there it tells you how much to water it, how much sun. And then if it's unhappy, if you have an unhappy plant, it tells you the main, most common reasons that plant is not doing well and what to do about it. It also says if they're toxic, which is super important if you have kids or animals. So I love these cards. Maybe 2025, one of my goals will to become a plant person, a house plant person. Tina, my friend Tina, this would be for you. House plant care cards. We got this at a gift shop, but you could probably get it online. So yeah, that's my second idea. All right. Also, from a client, this tracer. It is a lighted vest. I walk my dogs at like 5 in the morning, and it's usually dark all year round. And the number of times I've almost gotten hit by cars coming out of their driveways or running stop signs because people don't expect to see me at 5 in the morning, even though I've been doing it for 5 years. This is great. It is so bright. You get to wear it over your vest or your jacket or whatever. They also make these. It's a different brand for dogs. So this is a great way to be lit up and seen easily. If you're running, walking at night, anything like that. So this one is called the Tracer 2. All right, the next are dog things. These are some of my favorite dog things. This brush, thank you, Brenda, the dog groomer. Honestly, it's the best brush. It changed my life. It is called the Sleek Easy grooming tool. It's actually used mostly for horses and other livestock. Excuse me. The original Sleek Easy. This thing works so great. It's the best dog brusher I've ever had. If you have a pet owner, metal, super easy. You have to be careful around the bones and the spine because it's metal. But other than that, man, it just gets so much hair and fur off your little pup friend that it has changed my life. So the Sleek Easy grooming tool. I got mine at Tractor Supply. It's made in America. You can also get them online. This is the 10-inch Sleek Easy horse grooming tool. Also works great for dogs. Next dog thing, the Tractive. I shared this a long time ago, and I got this for Jagger on my social media. This is a GPS. There's lots of GPSs out there. for dogs. When I first got him, I was not sure if he was going to be a runner. I had no idea. The winds are constantly knocking fences down around here, and I didn't want to lose him. So I got this very rugged one. It's huge. It's very big. It's very rugged. I got it because we were in the water a lot, in the dirt and out in the mountains, and I wanted something that was going to like withstand all that. It connects to an app on your phone. I liked this one because you can set multiple boundaries. So I had a boundary around my house, I had a boundary around my parents' house, and then you get an alert if they leave the boundary. And then because it's GPS on your app, you can also look up your app and find him if your dog goes missing. So the Tractive, you have to pay for a subscription to keep the GPS going, like a lot of trackers, just like the ones we use for ourselves. And you could only buy, good morning, you could only buy a year, I think, which was a little bit of a bummer. So I don't use this much on him anymore because he doesn't need it when I discovered he's a Velcro dog and he's not going anywhere. But if you do have an adventure dog or a dog who gets out, even if you don't, any kind of GPS, the number of lost dogs that you could locate if you were the owner would be awesome. So if you have a dog owner, this one is Tractive. All right, that was like my lifestyle stuff. Now for my fitness and adventure stuff. So this is my favorite backpack. If you have a runner, hiker, trail runner, mountain biker who wears a pack, this is the Osprey Women's Dyna. I love this pack. It has, I think it fits a 1.5 liter bladder. It's small. It's super tight. Now, I have no boobs, people, so I have a big problem with finding backpacks that will actually cinch small enough and that aren't like wobbling around. If you were lucky enough to be graced with bosoms, then you don't have to worry about this. Maybe you have to worry about it the other way. But this cinches small enough that I can actually use it. And it's not moving around a lot. So the Osprey Dyna has lots of pockets for gels, etc. Back here. The hose goes here. So this is my favorite pack. Whatever the newest Dyna is, it's great. So the Osprey Dyna. The rest is safety gear. And some of you might always wonder why I do so much on safety gear. But the reason is because I have so many women who tell me they would love to go out and adventure by themselves, but like they're scared. They don't feel comfortable either. They're scared of getting lost. They are scared of getting attacked by a person or an animal. They don't understand where they're going. So all of these tools can maybe help you feel a little bit more comfortable to start doing things either in a group or by yourself. And also it's just smart to be safe. So number one is my emergency beacon. I always talk about my emergency beacon. This particular one is Zoleo, the brand. Honestly, I'd probably get a Garmin InReach if I was gonna do the next one, which I will. This is very simple. Doesn't have anything fancy. There's no screen. You can't text on it. It does have an app where you can text people. I've not really used it, but the main purpose of this one is there is an SOS button. If you are in trouble, you hit that and someone will come get you via air rescue. Okay, so emergency beacons, I take this anytime I'm doing anything, even with other people that's out in the wilderness, and even not. So if you guys know, I had a big old mountain bike crash in May. I got knocked unconscious, and when I came to, there was no one around. Like my bike was 10 feet away, my water bottle was 10 feet away. I was like flat on the ground on my back. And two people, like a couple, came by maybe 30 minutes later. So, and when I got into that crash, I was half a mile from civilization. Like I was not far from a housing tract and there was no service. It was SOS on my phone. So had I really needed help, I could have used this. So Garmin InReach, you can buy them used pretty regularly. Or this one is a Zoleo if you want something just very simple. You have to pay for a subscription monthly for this. I think it's $20 after you buy the actual piece of equipment, but I think everyone should have a rescue beacon. And I also take this when I'm on road trips because so much of where I go, there is no cell reception. So if I need help, I can use this for breakdowns or whatever. So emergency beacon, number one. Next safety gear for women. I don't take all of these all the time. I usually take at least one of these at some point each time. These are great stocking stuffers. Pepper spray. I like this one because it has this little thing you can put around your wrist, or I can hang it to the front of my backpack. I've never used it honestly, but it can work for people or for animals. So it's great stocking stuffer. Second stocking stuffer, these are very simple. You can get them at end caps in drugstores. You can get them online. It's just a personal alarm. You pull it and it lets out this extremely like ear-piercing alarm. Because if you're in trouble out in the wilderness, really, it's just like to buy you a little extra time, right? To startle someone, startle something, or to let someone know where you're at. This personal alarm, you can carry this when you're shopping at night, just in your bag or attached to your bag. Just make sure any of these things, guys, the key is you actually have it easily accessible. If it's in a bag tucked away, it's not going to be helpful necessarily. Easily accessible. All right, the last one is called, I have to show you on my computer screen because I don't have it yet, a Rico. I will be buying this for people this year because I think it's so cool. This is another safety piece of equipment, the Rico, and this is on Amazon. It's a reflector, but Search and Rescue has special detectors that they can use to see that from either a helicopter or a handheld detector. Mountain Rescue uses it on ski resorts. A lot of Search and Rescue has the detectors. It's a special kind of reflector. It doesn't take any batteries. It doesn't have to get powered on or off. You just loop it around to the outside of your backpack here so that it's visible. And then again, if you get lost, Search and Rescue can find you. So Rico, it is $38. Another great safety gift idea. All right. So that was it for this year. If you just came in, punch back to get the beginning. You'll get the lifestyle gifts, the dog stuff, the book, all the other stuff that I love. And yeah, let me know if you have any of this stuff, and maybe it'll give you some ideas for the fitness freak or adventurer in your life. Happy holidays.